here in Rythmia in Costa Rica. Are you guys getting triggered all the time? Are you guys getting angry? Are you feeling overwhelmed? Are you feeling like the world is crumbling around you and not necessarily just around you, all everywhere? Everything's kind of looking not so good. Government and other countries and wars and politics and your communities and all this kind of stuff. Are you feeling overwhelmed? Well, that's a good sign that you are flooded with emotional projection. It's a good sign that you are being living in a space of dissociation, because there's a lot of things going on in the world that are problematic. There always has been. What's the difference now of the problems going on in the world now versus several hundred years ago? Well, the main difference is that we now know about all of them because of technology. And there's a lot of bad things happening. But there's a way to deal with it all. And it starts with you individually. It starts with your own work. We can all worry about all kinds of things going on all around the world. And I do, and I'm sure you do. But if you're not healed within yourself first, all that worry is for naught. All that worry doesn't create anything good. What creates something good is change. But first, change has to happen with you. And you have to connect with yourself and heal whatever it is you're holding on to that's holding you back. There's all these different ways to do it. Everybody has their own ways to do it. Some people use drugs and alcohol to do it. Some people use, and it doesn't work very well. And some people use therapy to do it. And that works pretty good for a little while. And then it plateaus. And then some people just don't address it and just work and work and work and just don't ever think about it. And there's a lot of those people. And some of us are just so overwhelmed that we can't get out of bed. There's a lot of us as well that do that. So how do you get focused on yourself? Because the goals of any company, not any, most companies, of any government and most governments, is to keep you in a place where you can be controlled. That's the goal. Because if you don't need government, if you don't need big corporations guiding your life, then what do you need them for? And that's their fear. And so you are not manageable to them if you're connected to yourself and you're able to navigate your own life. If I'm reliant on everybody around me all the time in a way that's like, not appropriate, like too much, then I'm not empowered. I don't have sovereignty. I don't have my own decision-making abilities, and I don't make my own decisions. So the goal is to plug into yourself, connect with who you are, and then make a change within yourself, become connected, and then go out and make a change in the ways that you want to. It might just be with your family, and that's amazing. That would be beautiful if it was your family. It might be your school. It might be your job. It might be your neighbor. It might be at a larger scale. It might be your country. Who knows? There's all these different ways to do it. But none of that can happen until you are connected and plugged into yourself. That's what Rythmia is about. We're about connecting individuals to one at a time, just to yourself, one at a time, connecting yourself, feeling grounded, and then going out and making a change. That's the only way that change happens. We can all try to make change by being unplugged and dissociated, but it's chaotic. It's not the right way to do it. It ends up making things worse. It doesn't happen very well that way. It's not the most efficient way. So Rythmia has a program that's a week long that plugs you into yourself. We have people from all over the world. I had a guy yesterday tell me, he's like, and he had a great week, and he's from Los Angeles. And he said, man, this is the most amazing experience of my life. And I'm not a kid. I'm in my 60s. I've seen a lot. I've been around a lot. I've done a lot. But this week completely changed everything about what I thought was my identity, what I thought was my place in the world. And I'm so happy. I feel so grounded, and I feel lighter, and I'm just in a great mood. And that is such a wonderful thing to hear. And I hear that all the time. I hear that all the time. The amount of feedback I get from these guests is incredible. And it's something that I've never seen anywhere in my career ever. Like these results are just I've never seen it before. I used to run a drug and alcohol rehab. I used to work in a locked psychiatric hospital. I had a private practice. I worked in lots of different facilities. I used to run a clinic at UCLA. I've seen all different levels of patient care, from acute, severe level down to outpatient, intensive outpatient programs, and also private practice stuff, everything in between. And I've never seen the kind of results that we're getting here at Rythmia every single week with people. And it's because of the program we have. And other places that use plant medicine are cool and they have their own sort of thing, but they don't have a program like we do that has classes and a philosophy and intention setting and certain intentions to work on that cover your personal intentions you're working on. It's incredible. There's really no way to describe it other than just going through the experience yourself. So if you feel in your life that you're overwhelmed, you don't have empowerment, you feel like you're confused, you feel like you're being divided, and you're getting angry and you're triggered a lot, come down to Rythmia, book your stay and come down here and get plugged into you, get recharged, get reset, and go back home and then feel that empowerment you need to make a change. Thanks for watching. See you guys next week. Pura vida.